one suffers. My son is dead, gone. But the memory of it remains. The memory of his companionship, of my affection, love for him, and so on. Memory remains, right? And is that memory sorrow? Please inquire together. I have lost my wife, or I am not as clever as you are. I am not as alert, sensitive as you are. And I suffer through that. Or I suffer in 10 different ways. And is suffering, the shedding of tears, is that the loss, the actual loss, or the loss that brings about various memories, remembrances? You follow all this? Is that one, or perhaps the major cause of suffering? Man, including woman, man, from the beginning of man, he has had wars, killed people, right? That has been our pattern of existence, war after war, killing thousands of people. Humanity has suffered, and we are still pursuing that path of war that has brought about tremendous sorrow for mankind, right? And we have our own personal sorrow. Sorrow is the same whether it is yours or mine. We like to identify ourselves with my sorrow, and you like to identify yourself with your sorrow. But sorrow of yours and sorrow of mine is the same. The objects of sorrow may vary, but sorrow is sorrow. Therefore, it is not personal. I wonder if you realize this. Right? No, this is very difficult for one to see the truth of this. If you suffer and I suffer, you suffer because for one reason, and I suffer for another, and we identify ourselves with my particular one, and we then divide ourselves and then find ways and means to suppress it and so on. But if we realize sorrow is sorrow of all mankind, all humanity, and we are the rest of humanity, Because we have fear, sorrow, pleasure, anxiety, like the rest of mankind. If we realize sorrow is not my sorrow, that becomes such a small affair. But we are the whole of mankind. We are the rest of mankind. And when there is suffering, suffering is man suffering. Then you have a totally different approach to the problem. You understand? Not my suffering and please God help me how to get over it, how to understand it, I pray, it's all becomes so personal, shoddy little affair. Right? But when it is the rest of mankind that has suffered, then suffering becomes an extraordinary thing that one has to look at very carefully. And if one human being understands the nature of suffering and goes beyond it, he then helps the rest of mankind. Right? Now, is suffering a remembrance? The mother or the father whose son has been killed in your particular little war, recent war, Falkland, killed there, and the mother and the father remember all the things that he did. The death, the birth, the pictures, the photographs, all the incidents and accidents and laughter, tears, scolding. You follow? So we're asking, please find out for yourselves whether sorrow is part of this continuity of memory. And if it is memory, don't reduce memory just few words. It's a tremendous content. And if it is memory, then can that memory not only of my particular son, but the memory of mankind's sorrow, memory which is sorrow, can that memory come to an end? You understand?